from Cichy Stadium in Fargo, North Dakota. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jed Thomas alongside my partner Wyatt Lyer as we get set for North Dakota high school football action as the Shanley Deacons prepare to take on the Kindred Vikings. Well, folks, it's a beautiful day for football here as two of the top teams, and not just the EDC, but the entire state go at it in a game that should be a huge determining factor for playoff seeding. Before we get to the action, though, we're going to send it to commercial here, but don't go anywhere, folks. High school football is next.
This broadcast is presented by American Family Insurance, Ken Craft Agency, Bell Bank, Butler Machinery Company, the Fargo Jet Center, First International Bank and Trust, Form Communications, Luther Family Buick GMC, Master Construction, Moore Engineering, Netrix IT, Northern Improvement Company, Off the Wall Advertising, Robert Gibb and Sons, Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Shields All Sports in Fargo, and TCI Insurance.
Good evening, folks, and welcome back to North Dakota high school football action. I'm Jed Thomas alongside my partner Wyatt Lyer as we get set for a great game of football here as Shanley prepares to take on Kindred. We got the Shanley TV legend Wyatt Lyer back here. And Wyatt, how happy are you to be back here for this game?
Well, thank you, Jed, for the invite to come back here. Hopefully it's a great game.
And, tell us, obviously, two of the top teams in the state and the East, who are going to be some of the key players to watch in this matchup?
For the Shanley Deacons, Matt Bird, senior quarterback linebacker. He will lead the offense. And on defense for the Deacons, Jake Cava, he will hold down the linebacking core. And for the Kindred Vikings, senior quarterback Ethan Lingen, he will lead the Vikings. And senior wide receiver and DB Nikki Zink.
Well, of course, Nicky Zink, that's a name you got to bring up. That guy is just such a speedster. He'll play running back. He'll play wide receiver. He's a big asset on defense, too, at corner. This Kindred team brings a lot of speed, but Shanley definitely going to be looking to defend their home turf, and they bring a lot of strength. So it should be a fun one to watch here. About ready for the opening kickoff. Kindred will receive to start things off. Zink and Hauska are back to receive. Shanley kicker Jake Reinholtz will be kicking off. Reinholtz, a standout soccer player for the Deacons, one of the top kickers in the state. Been a great weapon for Shanley this year. Was also a starter last year. Hit some critical field goals and extra points for Shanley. Continuing a great run this year as well. Reinholdt's one of many seniors on this Deacon squad. Of course, Matt Bird, who you mentioned earlier, is a senior and a big leader for the Deacons. And also Justin DeKaiser, another name to throw out there. The senior O-lineman holds down the left tackle position for Shanley and also is the leader of that linebacking core alongside Jake Cava. The two middle linebackers will be looking to make a big difference here against this Kindred offense. Reinholdt's getting ready to boot this one away. Wind blowing from the from the south to the north. So it should be the wind at his back to start things off.
Jake Reinholdt's getting ready to kick off. Back deep to receive.
Just about ready to get things underway. Again, we can't stress enough how important this game is for the playoffs. These two teams, two of the best in the EDC. Kindred undefeated at 5-0. Shanley with one loss, 4-1. Opening whistle to get things set. And with that kick, we are underway as Reinholtz sends a low one back into the end zone, and it rolls out for the touchback. Jake Reinholtz starts things off right.
Reinholtz has a big leg. He showed that through soccer this year. Already set the leading. He is the leader in goal scoring for North Dakota history. So, and there's, I think, 4 games left in the season. So a great accomplishment for Reinholtz.
Of course, Jake Reinholtz, as we said, great soccer player, great kicker, also a really good basketball player for the Deacons. So an all-around athlete for Shanley. Getting our first look at this Kindred offense here. It's Ethan Lingen in at QB. Come out in doubles formation. Zink is in motion. They fake the handoff. It's an option play. Lingen bringing it up the middle, but he fumbles. Who's on it? I think the Deacons have it. What an opening momentum swing here as Shanley gets on the ball. I think that was Colby Johnson who got there. Let's see if we can get a look at this replay. You'll see on the play, Lingen had room to work with, and then he just lost that ball. It was stripped right out of him.
Cava got a hand on it.
I think you're right. Cava got his hand in there, and the Deacons get the ball now deep in Kindred territory. That is huge. Full house formation for Shanley. Bird changes it up. Everybody goes in motion now, and now he's alone in the backfield. Man in motion was Erie. Bird going to take it himself up the right side. He brings it up the middle, spins forward, good for a gain of about 4 or 5. So an interesting look there for the Deacons. They start off in that traditional full house formation and then switch it up right before they snap the ball.
Deacons looking to cause some confusion there, switching things up.
Well, you know, Kindred, you watch tape all week, you think you've got a team figured out, and right there we see Shanley switching things up to keep them on their toes. It's a handoff to Buckles on the jet sweep. This play worked great last week. This time, Kindred is not fooled. They bring Buckles down for about no gain, it looks like, and they're going to bring up 3rd down now.
See on the replay here, Kindred strings it out really well, allowing pursuit to knock Buckles out of bounds.
That was Matt Fryer who tied him up at the legs there, the corner, able to get off his block and come in there. Buckles was forced to turn the corner at the last possible second. Kindred doing a good job there early. Ball on the 25-yard line. It's 3rd and 9 now. Trips right, flanker left. Bird takes a snap in shotgun, looking. He steps up, pump fakes, and then tosses a quick one, but there's a flag down in the backfield. Pass was intended for Talon Hoffer there. He couldn't bring it in. We'll wait and see the call. And we've got a holding.
And there's a flag on the play. 10 receiver is number 10.
So the penalty for the Deacons is going to back them up 10 yards now. Wouldn't have been a gain of anything, though. And we'd like to apologize for some technical difficulties we're having here, folks. Hope to get those sorted out quick for you. 10:48 on the clock right now. So Kindred accepts the penalty, pushes them back about 10, and that's going to make it 3rd and 19. So a long way to go for the Deacons. Interesting look right now. They're out in I formation. Bird under center. There was movement on the line. He hands it off to Johnson, who has space and is then brought down for a gain of about 7. So Kindred stands strong there on 3rd down, and it looks like the Deacon offense is going to stay out there. It's 4th and about 14. Erie checks in for the Deacons. The receiver comes in relief of Johnson, the running back. This will be a big play here to see if the Deacons can capitalize on that Kindred turnover. Trips left, flanker right. Buckles, the flanker on the right side. Bird in shotgun, takes the snap. Looking, steps up in the pocket. He's going to run with it, but he's not going anywhere. Wrapped up and brought down for the sack. Kindred gets the ball back. What a play.
Great stand by this Kindred defense, getting some momentum back from that early turnover.
Charles Reiger able to wrap him up. He gets off the block from DeKaiser and makes the play. Kindred getting the ball back now with 10 minutes to go in this first quarter. They were only able to run one play before Lingen had the ball stripped from him. They got 3 men out to the left. 1 running back in behind Lingen. Takes the snap, hands off, not going too far there. Looked like Hauska on the carry. Still on his feet, though, and finally brought down. DeKaiser and Kostecki come in there to finish him off.
Run by number 24, fullback, Zach Cassette.
Great team tackling by the Deacons.
No gain.
Running back still on his feet.
Able to
Able
wrap
to
him up.
yep.
Yeah, exactly. You know, looked like he might get a couple of yards up the middle, but Shanley was able to make the stop quick. This D-line, while very new and inexperienced, is really starting to gel here as the season goes on. Doubles formation for Kindred. Zink is in motion. It's a pitch out to Zink, bringing it up the far side. He cuts back, spin move. Not going to make it too far, though. Wrapped up and brought down. And Shanley right now, this defense is on their toes. DeKaiser was able to make the stop. Zink, the speedster, just has nowhere to go. Vikings can't seem to get their blocks set up there, and DeKaiser was able to bring him down.
DeKaiser recently moved from DN to middle linebacker, which he played last year, so he's happy to be back there and happy to help the team out.
Doing good in his new position, although, as you said, hard to call it new. He played there for a long time. Back is Ling, and he just throws it out there to Cassette, who brings it up the far side and is then forced out by Johnson. Zach Cassette with a nice gain there, and that's getting them in a bit better position. Make it 3rd and about 4 now, or 4th rather.
And Josh Johnson.
And so it looks like they're going to punt it here, as Brock Benson is back there. Cassette goes in motion. And Benson will punt this one away. It's a nice high kick. Falls at about the 25, but then bounces straight back, and Kindred downs it at about the 26-yard line. So neither team able to score here on their first few possessions. Deacons going to come out now and look to change that, though.
This is going to be a great defensive game here. Hopefully the Deacons can get something going on offense and put up some points on the board.
And, you know, I think what most people expected out of this one was an offensive battle because, of course, that Kindred offense is just so vaunted, you know, just really hyped up. They do great things, but the Shanley defense looks strong right now. Bit of confusion on the field, whistle blown. And we'll wait and see what's going on here. And we might have an issue with the game clock. Still waiting to see. This will give this Deacon offense a breather. Obviously, a lot of defensive starters out here, so they'll have a chance to catch their breath before they start this offensive possession.
Clock set back to 8:16 left here in this first quarter.
Deacons going to get an opportunity on offense again now. I formation, Bird under center, takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson. Josh Johnson trips forward for a gain of about 5. That's how the Deacons will do it on offense. They just like to chip away and wear you down until they can get a big play off.
Those small runs here in this first half. During the second half, they will turn into 8, 9, 10-yard gains, so that's what the Deacons look to do to you.
I formation again for Shanley. Bird under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson. This time, Josh Johnson only out for a gain of maybe 1 or 2.
Gain of 1, 2, 33.
They'll make it 3rd down now and about 3 yards. Shanley still in their own territory. It'll be big if they can pick this one up, get a little confidence on offense. Bird in shotgun. Kindred D gets set. There's a man in motion. It's Buckles. They give the ball off to Buckles and then give it back to Johnson. He's got space up the near side. Cuts back, still going. Brought down at about the 47-yard line. And Josh Johnson gets more than enough on that carry. How about the play call for the Deacons there?
Deacons trying a little trickery here. You'll see Buckholz hand it off to Johnson. Bird with a nice seal block.
And Johnson with just acres of space to run there. A really effective play there for the Deacons as the clock dips under 7 minutes now. First quarter ticking by quick. Erie and Buckles split out wide. Bird in shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to run with it. Matt Bird up the middle, powering forward. And that's a gain of 6 right there for the Deacons. Offense firing on all cylinders now.
Bird, just a powerful runner up there, can run anybody over.
Number 3, Ethan Langman.
See that there on that last play.
Again, Erie and Buckles out wide. Bird and shotgun, Johnson next to him. It's a run to the opposite side. This time Kindred able to get there quicker. Benson wrapped him up at the legs and brought him down. Gain of 1 for Shanley.
And 3 from the 45.
Third down and 3 for Shanley. Power I for the Deacons. Bird under center. Cava, Johnson, and Johnson in the backfield, and Josh Johnson is not going to get there. Wrapped up and brought down. How about the stop from Nick Eggman?
Eggman able to get penetration there. Able to wrap Josh Johnson up in the backfield. Brings up 4th down for the Deacons.
So it's 4th and 3 now, and Shanley is going to go for it. They're on the opposite side of the 50 at the Kindred 45. If they can't pick this up, though, it will be real nice field position for the Vikings. Buckles in motion, the snap. It's a run for Bird, trying to power forward. He's able to get through the first tackler. Was he there? I think he might be short there, and that will be the call. So the Deacons unable to pick it up, it looks like. You'll see Lingen was in there. The safety able to wrap him up at the legs, and then he's finished off by a couple of Vikings. So an impressive, wait, hold on, they're going to give it to him. So an original indication that he was short, but now they're going to give him that extra yard. And so the defensive subs come off, and this Shanley offense is going to keep going. We have a stop in play now. Refs with a huddle there at the 45. And now they're going to say it's Kindred. So, a real back and forth there, but they do decide it's Viking football.
Another great stop by that Kindred defense. Able to get the ball back and hopefully put some points up on the board.
Well, Ethan Lingen, the quarterback, came down from that safety position and just attacked Bird at the legs. Made a great play. All right, Lingen back in shotgun. It's a handoff to Hauska. Hauska still on his feet. Able to get 2 or 3 yards there. Shanley defense still swarming quick. You'll see on the replay, Josh Johnson able to get off the block there. Cava makes a move and then finally cleaned up there after getting out for about 3 yards. Able to fall forward. That makes it 2nd and 5, so good for a gain of 5 there. A nice run for Kindred. Doubles formation here for the Vikings. This is what you're going to see out of them a lot tonight. They love to run their offense out of this formation. Zink in motion. It's a fake handoff. Play action pass. Looking downfield for Benson. Lingen overthrew him with pressure coming.
Lingen took a shot at the end of that one. Looks like Joe Cava on the quarterback pressure.
The freshman D tackle able to get in there.
3rd and 5.
And now it's 3rd and 5 for the Vikings.
On the 48.
Shanley defense, if they can get the stop here, it would be big. That same formation for the Vikings. Lingen back in shotgun. Cassette moves over to the left side of the quarterback. Zink is in motion. Here's the snap. Lingen rolls out, fires downfield. He has a man, but he overthrew him. He had Hauska there on the far side. Kindred may be wanting a pass interference call, but I don't think they're going to get it.
Yeah, there was contact there, but I think that was uncatchable, so good call by the refs on that one.
And so we'll see what Kindred does here, and it looks like they're going to punt. On the wrong side of the 50, they're going to play it safe here early on. Benson to punt it away. Another nice one. It's a high kick. Drops at about the 15 and then takes a Viking bounce here. He grabbed it and is then wrapped up and thrown down out of bounds.
4:15 here left in this first quarter.
Moving fast in the early stages, but now it's slowed down a bit.
Great defensive battle so far. Each other holding the offenses to a couple turnover on downs.
So the Deacon offense coming back out now. They haven't had much success. Kindred was able to get that big 4th down stop. Buckles takes the pitch on the near side. He just runs behind his blockers and is then wrapped up out of bounds by Benson, but there's a flag. And I think Benson took that tackle while he was a little too far out of bounds. We'll see. You'll see Buckles just going to run behind his blockers here. And it's close. Buckles was right along that edge.
Deacons catch a break there on that one. Able to give him a little more breathing room.
And that will move them up a nice chunk of yards. 15-yard penalty, a big one here early on. Kindred hadn't been giving any easy yards so far. Bird in shotgun, doubles formation. He's going to run with it. Bird with space up the middle. Here he goes. Matt Bird still on his feet. Out to the 45-yard line.
44. Tackled by Josh Vera, number 62.
So the Deacon offense moving quite well right now. Bird in shotgun, trips right, flanker left. Takes the snap, he's going to run again. Bird up the middle. Great elusiveness, and he's still up. That knee did not touch until he was out for a gain of about 8. Colby Johnson making things happen in the middle, able to pick up some blocks for him. Look at that. Just throws the linebacker Butcher down. And then watch Bird there, able to stay up. His knee did not touch until he was really far out.
Matt Bird really providing a spark to this offense.
3:20 left in the first quarter now. Bird takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson. No, it's a fake, but that didn't go too far. Kindred able to figure it out. It was a nice fake there for Bird, but the Viking defense was right there. So 3rd and 3. Would not be surprised if they can't pick it up here if they try on 4th. They're at about the 49. They're coming out in doubles once again. Bird takes the snap. He's going to run it himself up the middle, and he's got it. Good for a gain of 5 or 6.
Bird really showing his toughness here on this drive. Has had 3 good runs so far. Able to get the Deacons into Viking territory.
So 2:30 left in this first quarter. Matt Bird playing real well for Shanley, running the ball very well. Haley Buckles split out right. I formation for the Deacons. Bird takes the snap, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson met immediately in the backfield there by Dura, and he didn't make it too far.
No gain. Tackled by number 62, Josh Guerra.
Dura on the tackle to bring up 2nd and about 10 here. Same formation for the Deacons. It's a quick snap, fake handoff, play action pass. Bird checks it down to Yagi. Austin Yagi with speed, wrapped up and brought down past the 30-yard line.
Good play call there for the Deacons. Kindred looking for a run all the way. Bird able to pull it. Hits Yagi out in the flat for a 1st down.
And it was a good job by Bird there to just go to his check down and not try to force anything downfield. They haven't thrown much today, and sometimes you can get a little antsy and try to heave one. Not that time, though. Same formation, Buckles out to the left this time. Bird takes the snap. It's a fake handoff. He's running with it. Matt Bird with the stiff arm up the side and brought down for a gain of 5. Matt Bird able to fall forward and continue to eat up yardage.
Bird able to stiff arm Nick Eggum on this play. See here on the replay. Stiff arm right there, just throws him to the ground. Able to get a good gain for the Deacons.
So less than a minute remains in the first quarter. Shanley Deacons offense was slow to start off, but they are really moving now. Doubles formation for Shanley. Bird running it. He's got Johnson blocking. Matt Bird tripped up. A shoestring tackle brings him down close to the first down marker, and they're going to give it to him.
See here on the replay, 62 Dura able to bring Bird down by just the shoelaces. Able to save a big gain there.
So first down, a fresh set of downs for Shanley. Time ticking down, less than 30 seconds. Bird takes the snap, running with it up the left side. Moving through the middle, and he's still on his feet, brought down, but that's another gain of about 4 or 5 there. Not a lot of time left. We'll see if they just let this clock run down. And I think they will. So as they head to the quarter break, we'll take a brief break ourselves. Don't go anywhere though, folks.
This broadcast is presented by American Family Insurance, Ken Craft Agency, Bell Bank, Butler Machinery Company, the Fargo Jet Center, First International Bank and Trust, Form Communications, Luther Family Buick GMC, Master Construction, Moore Engineering, Netrix IT, Northern Improvement Company, Off the Wall Advertising, Robert Gibb and Sons, Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Shields All Sports in Fargo, and TCI Insurance.
Shanley coming out now after that break. Bird gonna run it. Tripped up in the backfield for a loss. That Kindred offense coming out, Kindred defense rather, coming out strong here. A nice stand there in the red zone.
Kindred looking to hold the Shanley offense to a field goal here. That'd be a great stop.
Shanley offense coming out now, third and about 7. Doubles formation for the Deacons. Bird takes the snap, gonna run it again. Not gonna get there though. That's a gain of 5 or 6 though. Gonna be 4th and short. Maybe 2 yards there.
Let's see if Reinholtz comes out for the field goal.
And I think he will. Jake Reinholtz, one of the best legs in high school football here in North Dakota. Any division really. And we'll see what he can do.
Long snapper Austin Manuel, holder Andy Clark, and kicker Jake Reinholtz.
Reinholtz, of course, that star soccer player. Can he put that leg to use in football? I think he will. The Deacons strike first and take the 3-0 lead thanks to the Jake Reinholtz field goal. Reinholtz able to put that one through the uprights. And the Deacons now with a 3-0 lead. Wyatt, what does Kindred have to do here on this offensive possession to try to make a statement and get back in this game? Obviously very close, but still.
I think they have to do what they've done all year. You know, really use their speed on the outside, get it around the edges, and hopefully they can make some big plays.
All right, well, Kindred going to take this kickoff here. Reinholtz put it through the back of the end zone last time. Kindred does have some speed there returning. Don't forget, Nicky Zink is back there along with Derek Hauska. So 10:41 here left in the second quarter. First quarter went by very fast. Both teams really like to run, and that ran that play clock down. or that game clock, rather. All right, kickoff team comes out now for Shanley. Again, it'll be Reinholtz on the kick. Taking it from the far hash there. Interesting choice. We'll see what Shanley's doing.
Slight breeze in Reinholtz's face. Let's see if he can put this one through the back of the end zone this time.
Perhaps influencing the spot of the kick. Again, Hauska and Zink back to return. Reinholtz loads up and sends this one deep downfield. It takes a turn, and Hauska's going to grab it. Hauska up the far sideline, tries to make one man miss. He can't. Wrapped up and brought down at the 20-yard line. Caden Kelch able to make the stop.
Good job there by Caden Kelch. Getting down there fast. Not letting Kindred get a big return on that one.
It was a nice wrap up there for the senior linebacker. You'll see him out there a lot on defense. He's made some nice plays so far for Shanley this season. So again, the clock reads 10:31. Kindred offense has had their troubles early, but we know what they're capable of. We'll see what they bring to the table now in this possession. It's a handoff to Hauska. Up the far sideline, gain of 1 or 2. So Shanley still swarming to that ball.
Linebackers DeKaiser and Cava on the tackle there. They're really holding down the fort for this Deacon defense so far tonight.
Well, you know, Justin DeKaiser really has that reputation of being able to read just about any play the offense is going to run, and that's just such a huge key for any defense. Lingen again in the shotgun. He fakes the handoff, keeps it himself with some space. He's then wrapped up about a yard or 2 short of the first down. Nice run, though, for Ethan Lingen. See on the play, he fools a lot of those defenders and then has a lot of space to work with. It was Jake Cava, though, who was able to wrap him up and bring him down. 3rd and 2. Kindred deep in their own territory. Deep enough where this is not 4-down territory likely. 2 men out to the right, 1 out to the left. Lingen in shotgun. Man in motion, it's Zink. Lingen takes it now. He's going to cut back up the middle, falling forward. And I think he got there.
Depends on the spot. Looks like they're going to give him the first down.
And so Kindred able to pick up a big first down there behind their own 30-yard line. You'll see the cutback there lets him get a couple more yards. And then Lingen using that long 6'2" frame to fall forward. Doubles formation for the Vikings. It's that familiar one. Lingen in shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks, he's got time, but he overthrew his check down. Nicky Zink right there. If he could have grabbed that one, he might add some space to work with there. A lot of empty field there.
Yeah, looks like linebacker Justin Kaiser fell down on coverage there, so Deacons catch a big break on that one.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now for the Vikings. Offense looking a little better here on this possession. If they can find their groove, like we said, they're very dangerous. Zach Cassette joins Lingen in the backfield. Trips left flanker right. Lingen takes the snap. Looking to pass, throws one downfield. He's got a man. It's Zink on the reception. And there's Nicky Zink getting involved. Ethan Lingen with the great ball, and that's the Kindred offense that we know.
Zink able to find the hole in the defense. Quarterback able to get it to him.
And there's that cover 3 for Shanley. You've got the 1 safety and the 2 corners covering the deep field. And that's the hole you want to attack if you're Kindred, because that's the spot where you're going to have a little more time. Buckles there, the corner, just wasn't able to cut back quite in time. Found space between the linebackers. Great reception. Handoff now up the middle, switching things up. Not going too far, though. Shanley defense has been stout against the run.
Again, there's linebacker Jake Cava. He's been all over the field tonight.
And you know, we talk about him a lot, but you just can't stress the importance of Cava and DeKaiser. It's not often you get 2 guys like that, both so big but also really intelligent, being able to start at your middle linebacker spots. Man in motion, Hauska. Lingen fakes the pitch out to him. Instead, he gives it off to Cassette. Cassette with space, bowls over a defender, and gets out for the first down. How about this Viking offense?
Great play call there by the Vikings. Able to catch the linebacker Josh Johnson in the backfield. Pitch it out for a good gain and first down for the Vikings.
And you know, it was that fake pitch there to start it off. Lingen spins around, looks like he's going to just kind of toss it to the running back, but then he throws it instead to Cassette, the fullback, who got a great gain there. Lingen in shotgun, takes the snap, play action pass, throwing downfield, he's got a man! Erie all over him though, able to get in front of that ball. And the Vikings, again, maybe wanting to call there. They're not going to get it though. Tom Erie, a very good corner for the Deacons, an all-state selection last year as a sophomore. He's going to play physical, but like you see on that play, he's always going to keep it right on the edge.
Tom Erie has got that speed to recover if he makes a misread, and right there you saw it, got back and was able to knock it down.
2nd and 10 now for the Vikings. Lingen in shotgun. Takes the snap, he hands it off. It's Cassette who's able to fight forward for extra yards. That run, good for a gain of 4. 7:20 now left in the second quarter.
Bring up third down for the Vikings.
We'll see if they can convert. They are deep enough in Shanley territory where you could think about going for 4th right now. Trips right, flanker left. Cassette joins Lingen in the backfield. Lingen takes the snap, drops back to pass. He looks at his check down. It's Cassette. Fakes one man out, still on his feet. Able to get past DeKaiser. Did he get the ball out to the first down, though?
Looks like he's short. Let's see if Kindred pulls the trigger on this 4th down.
You'll see Lingen here has pressure in his face, and it's the screen pass, rather. And Cassette, look at that fight, able to keep himself up. And now, I think Kindred took a timeout there to try to get this play set. It's a big play here for the Vikings. On the Shanley half of the field, they're about a yard or two short of that first down. Tough spot for them. We'll see what the play call is. That power run game has not been as effective as they would like it to be, although Cassette has really started to get going. He's not a big guy, but at 5'8", 200 pounds, he's really tough to bring down, just such a compact player, so they could try to go with him. .636 left in the second quarter. 4th and 2. Vikings come out of the timeout now, hoping to have the right play called. Lingen in shotgun. Man in motion, it's Zink. They fake the pitch out to Zink and give to Cassette. Cassette cuts back, able to get the first and more. The Vikings convert on 4th down. Take a look at this replay here, again with the fake pitch, this time to Zink. Instead, they give it off to Cassette, and watch him shed the tackler there and fight forward. Not only does he get the first down, but he gets past the 35-yard line. And now, Kindred is threatening. Trips right, flanker left. Benson, the man alone on the left side. Watch out for him. Lingen looking to pass. He had a man on the far side, not getting too far, though. I think that was Cassette on the reception. Gain of maybe 1 or 2. Pressure starting to get to Lingen there. Colby Johnson was able to get around the tackle.
Good tackle there by Haley Buchholz, able to hold the Vikings to short gain.
So Lingen in shotgun once again. Zink in motion. Lingen gonna run with it himself. Now with space up the middle of the field. Ethan Lingen. What a run for the Vikings, and now they're in the red zone. How about those moves from Ethan Lingen? My gosh. It's that threat of the option out to Zink, and then he just uses that straight line speed, a little juke there. Tried to get around Bird. He was brought down there by Erie from behind. But this Kindred offense is responding real well to what Shanley did. on their last possession. Lingen takes the snap, he hands it off. Not going too far is Hauska, but he does evade some tacklers. Wow, Hauska powers through a couple of Shanley defenders. Let's see if we can get a look at that play.
Just keeps his feet moving all the way through until he's brought down. Great job by the running back there. Not giving up.
He found the hole on the outside, and watch, he sheds Cava, he sheds Buckles, and finally, it's Brandon Hansen who's able to bring him down. We should note Josh Johnson did check out of this game earlier with injury, and he has yet to return. He is a huge key for the Shanley offense and defense, so they'll be hoping to get him back. Lingen gets around one man, still on his feet, brought down. And was he in just short?
Looks to be down at the 1 yard line.
How about Ethan Lingen in the run game? Look at him get around Colby Johnson, and then he gets past Caden Kelsch and falls just short at the 1 yard line. It's 1st and goal now. Kindred looking fantastic on offense. Lingen with Hauska behind him. He takes the snap, hands off. Hauska spinning forward, and I do not think he got there. Shanley went right through that O-line and grabbed him before he could even get back to the line of scrimmage. He did fall forward, and so I think he'll get back to the original line.
Good stop there by the Shanley defense. Not giving up yet.
This is where Shanley is going to try to use their size advantage on that line. Right in these short situations. Lingen with a great move, and I think he's in there. Kindred gets the first touchdown of the game, and how about that? Ethan Lingen in this run game. We knew he could throw it, but I don't think anyone knew he was as fantastic of a runner as he's showing right now. Obviously a great dual threat QB, but just making fantastic moves. Brock Benson on to attempt the extra point. Lingen will hold. The snap, the kick is up, and it's good. The 7-3 lead for Kindred. What a statement, Wyatt.
Wow, you know, on that drive, the offensive line for Kindred really dominated. They opened up those holes and was able to get Lingen out for big gains and finally into the end zone for 7.
Shanley now is going to have 3:28 to work with. Their offense did look good on their last possession, but they were held short to a field goal. Kindred defense, up until that drive, had looked pretty strong, and like we said, they stopped them really deep in Viking territory. So a lot of the momentum in favor of the Vikings right now.
We'll get some of our regular sponsors. 40th Avenue Storage. Thank you for your support. Cutting Edge. Jeff Fry.
Don't forget next Thursday, folks, on the 4th, be sure to join us at 7 p.m. for girls varsity volleyball versus Grand Forks Central. Then on Thursday the 13th, tune in for girls varsity volleyball versus West Fargo at 7 p.m. live on ShanleyTV.com. Those are some good games you don't want to miss, folks. Volleyball season winding down, and every game means more. Haley Buckles, Talon Hoffer, and Andy Clark back to return. A new look returning for Shanley. It's a short kick there for Kindred, and I'm not sure if that was an onside attempt or what that was.
Looks like he got quite a bit of the tee as the tee moves past the 50-yard line on that one.
And I wonder if that was onside just because of how well it was placed. It's tough to say. We do know Benson's a pretty good kicker, so interesting there for Kindred. Shanley, though, is going to get the ball at the 35. So they're in pretty good position here with 3:20 on the clock. I formation for Shanley. Buckles split out right. Bird under center, takes the snap, bakes the handoff, play action pass. His check down to Yagi. Yagi with the stiff arm, my gosh! And he's out there for a first down, it looks like.
Austin Yagi with the vicious stiff arm here. See, Bird fakes it, Yagi splits out in the flank.
And no one is there for Kindred. And there is that stiff arm from Austin Yagi, wow.
That was vicious.
3:09 now to go in the second quarter. Ball all the way out to the 46-yard line. Same formation, Buckles out to the left this time. Bird takes the snap, looking, he's got time, fires downfield, he's got Buckles just a little too much. Just over the outstretched arms of Haley Buckles. And look on this replay, look at the blocking here for Shanley. The downside to this is that he's only got one option downfield. But if that ball were just a little shorter, it was good coverage by Nicky Zink, though.
Yes,
it really forced him to throw the ball deep.
Bird took a shot at the end of that play also.
2:47 now left. Shanley still with a good amount of time to work with. Trips left, flanker right. Bird and Johnson in the backfield. Bird takes the snap. He's going to run it himself up the middle. Matt Bird still on his feet out to the 45-yard line. Another good gain for Shanley.
Good block here by Colby Johnson, able to spring Bird for good gain of 9. Bird just not giving up. Wants to get a score before the half. Going with the lead.
Matt Bird back in shotgun. Same formation for the Deacons. Takes the snap, gonna run it again. This time Kindred fills up that gap. Did he get the first down? I think he did.
Right at the first down marker.
It was close, but I do think he's got it based
Looks like
on
they'll
the
give it
spot.
to him.
So it's a first down for the Deacons with the ball at the 43-yard line of Kindred. 2:17 to go in this half, and we got a timeout now on the field.
Collins and Crank, Raymond James, Dahl, Dentistry, Jonathan, Dahl.
And this time, we'd like to take a minute to remind you that Shanley TV is made possible in part by the Shanley Athletic Club and their generous members. Check out their website today at ShanleyAthleticClub.com to learn how your membership contributes to Shanley TV, the Deacon Den, and many other student-athlete needs. While you're there, be sure to renew your annual membership by clicking the Join Now button or become a member if you're not one already. It's easy to become a member and anyone can join, so sign up today. The Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon Athletics to a higher level. Shanley coming out now. They took that timeout as they're here with a fresh set of downs, going to try to get the right plays in order, approaching the time where you'd start that 2-minute drill. Kindred defense bending but not breaking. Trips left flanker right. Johnson to the right of Bird in the backfield. Bird takes the snap, drops back to pass. He's got some time. He steps up and he is wrapped up. It takes a couple men, but they bring him down. Matt Bird dropped for a loss. Jared Pollock able to get back there. And you'll see he had some time. Johnson got the block. He stepped up though, and I think he was going to try to run that one out. But quickly, Kindred filled in any gap he had.
That sack really caused by the coverage downfield. Bird not able to go anywhere with the ball. Had to tuck it and take a loss.
Doubles formation now for Shanley. Clock running under 1:40. Bird on the option. He makes one man miss, and now up the middle. Matt Bird just tripped up. And how many times has Matt Bird just been tripped by the shoestrings?
On the 44.
Joe Cav has to come off the field after losing his helmet, so MJ Lapine will check in at center. 1:19 on the clock, and I think we've got a timeout down there.
Bird lost the shoe on that one.
I was just about to say, yeah, that appears to be part of the stop here. And so now, I think they're going to run the clock. It's not moving yet. And so the clock not running, I'm not sure. I think it was supposed to be. Some confusion down there. And now the Deacon offense comes out with 1:19. Bird drops back, play action pass, looking for a man. He's going to run with it himself, but he's brought down from behind. Brock Benson able to get to him. 1:05 now on the clock.
Bird trying to make something out of nothing there. Comes up just short of the first down. About to be fourth and about 4 for the Deacons.
And it looks like Shanley is just going to punt this one away as Jake Reinholtz comes out onto the field. They're huddling up, though. So we'll see what they're doing. Reinhold's back to punt again. They huddled up, so we're not sure if they're going to try something. Snaps away. Reinholtz takes it, sends it downfield. Buckles is there to try to grab it. It's going to take a Deacon bounce and is then downed right at the 3-yard line. So a fantastic job there by Reinholtz to pin the Kindred offense back deep in their own territory.
Kindred being backed up inside their 10-yard line. Don't know if I would expect them to run any plays or just take this into the half with the 7-3 lead. We'll see what they do.
In the event that they do get this ball downfield, Kindred has 2 timeouts. Shanley has 2 themselves, but I think you're right, Wyatt. I think we're likely just going to see him manage the clock here. Lingen in shotgun. Can't turn the ball over here. That's the big thing. Lingen takes the snap. He hands it off up the middle. And that run not going too far. Deacons bring him down. Gain of about 1.
I think Kindred trying to see if they got anything big on that play. If they would have got something, they would have tried with more effort, but Deacons stopped them, so
gonna let the clock run.
Yep.
Right. So about 30 seconds now left in this first half. And Vikings gonna take a knee here and let this clock run out and take the lead into halftime. That is what they do. So as the clock runs out here in the first half, how about this? Kindred leads Shanley 7-3 on their home turf. And Wyatt, if you're the Deacons headed into halftime, how do you try to respond in the second half?
You know, you really got to get your offense going. Bird, he's done good, but the offensive lineman has to get to that second level so they can get those linebackers to break Bird for those big gains. And their defense, they've done pretty good all for one drive. The D-line got blown out by Kindred's O-line, and hopefully they can fix that here in the second half.
Well, they're definitely going to come out hungry. Never want to be down in halftime on your home turf. Again, a huge game here. Should be a really good finish in store. Don't go anywhere, folks. Great game finishing real soon. Good evening, folks, and welcome back to North Dakota High School football action. I'm Jed Thomas alongside my partner Wyatt Lyer as the Shanley Deacons are taking on the Kindred Vikings right now. And Wyatt, how about this game? Kindred leads Shanley 7-3 at half. Tell us what has happened in this game to get to this point.
This has been a great defensive battle so far, but Kindred is dominating the line on both sides. On their scoring drive, they were blowing up holes. You could drive a semi-truck through. Just absolutely blowing up the defensive line for Shanley. They're getting pressure on Matt Bird. He's not able to step up. They're closing the pocket real fast and find anything downfield, so he's having to take sacks. They're getting the Deacons into 3rd and longs that they're not able to convert, and that is hurting the Deacons.
And it's all very valid, Wyatt, and I just think we're all very surprised at how well this Kindred line has played, because I think what most people were expecting here was Shanley to dominate the trenches, Kindred the skill positions, but Kindred has just looked so strong on that line. It's been very impressive.
Yeah, Shanley, their offensive and defensive line is very young, so that might be a factor in it, but still, it's got to do what you got to do in the trenches. That's where you win games, and right now, Kindred is doing that.
So that experience for Kindred really paying off. Shanley, though, has held their own. They do have 3 on the board, and their offense has looked good in their opportunities, although they've struggled, as you said, to get out of that pressure the Kindred D-line has put on. And Wyatt, we mentioned some players to watch early on in the game. How have they been performing for both teams so far tonight?
You know, for Shanley, Jake Cava, on defense, he is really holding down the fort. He is all over the field making tackles and just doing everything. And for offense, Matt Bird, you know, he's had a few good runs when the Deacons have gotten that field goal. But other than that, Kindred has really shut him down. And for the Vikings, the running back, Zach Cassette, he has really been a spark for this Kindred offense, getting some big runs, just not giving up. And then Ethan Lingen able to get into the end zone to put the Vikings up.
Can't say enough about Ethan Lingen. You really can't say enough about either quarterback for these teams. They've both played really well. Right now, though, it's Lingen's squad who does have the touchdown, and that's the difference. You know, you mentioned Cassette. He's been a really fun player to watch because he combines that power with deceptive speed. He almost reminds you of Mike Tolbert at fullback, able to get out in the flat and make some big runs when the time comes, but also able to blow up linebackers when they call upon him. So Kindred looking really strong right now. Shanley trying to defend their home turf. As we said, the stakes are really high in tonight's game. Kindred is 5-0, having, of course, not lost a game in the EDC. Shanley is 4-1. Their one loss came to a West team that was St. Mary's to start the season off. So 2 really good squads battling it out right now. It's been a fun one. And folks, if you've enjoyed watching our ShanleyTV.com broadcasts, please consider making a donation to help us continue to bring you quality programming. We rely on donations to bring you every broadcast, and we need your help to continue to improve the quality of our productions and to add new features for you, the viewer, to enjoy. If you're interested in donating, please contact Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Again, that's Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Thank you for watching, and thanks for your support of Shanley TV. About 30 seconds left here until we start off the second half. Shanley will receive the kick, and that's big as that first half ended, they really were threatening. They put together a nice drive, and had it not been for the limited clock, they had a really good shot at getting something going. Kindred, though, was able to get that stop on 3rd down and put him in a 4th and about 4. Josh Johnson has still not come into this game. As we said, he is a really, really good player for Shanley. He holds the 40-yard dash record. He's a running back, a linebacker. He can play D-back when they need to. So Josh Johnson, a huge key for this Shanley team. They're hoping he can come back. Brock Benson to kick this one off and get the second half started. And we're underway in the second half of action. A high, shorter kick fielded at about the 15. Brought up now by Buckles. He almost made a man miss, but was tripped up at the 30. Haley Buckles always dangerous with the ball in his hands. Got to watch out for him. An update from AA play around the state. St. Mary's leads Watford City 21-0, while Hillsborough is on top of Maple Valley Enderlin 14-0. We'll try to keep you posted there. Some games with some big implications for the state. So Shanley comes out trailing by 4, starting with the ball here in the second half. Kindred looking to pick up where they left off on D. Shanley trying to get into a bit more of a rhythm. Bird pitches back to Erie. Tom Erie trying to get past defenders. He cannot. Kindred able to wrap him up for a gain of about 1.
Kindred is really stringing those jet sweeps out really well to the sidelines, able to get the corners and get the offense out of bounds.
Well, you know, this defense has a lot of speed, and I think that's why these corner runs, these jet sweep type plays are struggling so much, because they're able to get out there so fast. Their linebackers, their D-backs, even their linemen, very fast. I formation for Shanley, handoff up the middle. Tom Erie driven back. A big loss. And on the play, Jared Pollock. He has just been fantastic on this D-line. Pollock, just textbook play, able to get back there, gets past this O-line and wraps him up.
Once again, another 3rd and long for the Deacons. Let's see if they can convert this one early in the second half, start to build some momentum.
As you said, Wyatt, these 3rd and longs have had some trouble for Shanley. We'll see what they do. That's Colby Johnson in at running back, and in motion it's Buckles. He carries the ball up the near side. He's not going anywhere. Wrapped up and brought down by Brock Benson. You'll see on the play the man in motion is Buckles. And watch, Benson, what a move there to get past to Kaiser. The tackle comes out trying to block that edge for Buckles, but Benson uses his speed to get around him.
Brought down at the original line of scrimmage.
So it's 4th and 11. Jake Reinholdt's going to punt it away here. Reinholdt takes his time, sends it downfield, takes a Deacon bounce out to Benson, who's going to field it. Brock Benson still on his feet, makes a man miss. He circles back, still going, and he's finally, no, he's not down. Look at him go, Brock Benson. Refusing to be tackled. What a return. It may not be the most yards, but it definitely gets an A for effort.
There were some big blocks here on this punt return. Austin Nagy there gets blindsided.
Look at the elusiveness from Brock Benson. You know, he's a receiver who Kindred is going to try to get involved in the passing game. He hasn't really played a huge role so far, but that's not been by design because he's a guy they want to get the ball in the hands of. Lingen in shotgun, takes the snap, pitches out. On the near side, making a man miss. How about this run from Hauska? Hauska still on his feet. Hansen can't get him. Erie brings him down at the 15. The Kindred offense looking fantastic. This entire Viking team. Look at this replay. Hauska in motion. Lingen just pitches out to him. He gets the blocks where he needs to. Bird can't get to him. Then he makes Kelsch miss, and now look at the speed. Able to evade Hansen, and finally it's Erie who made it across the field to wrap him up.
Great job by Tom Erie to come across all the way from the other side of the field and make the touchdown-saving tackle.
Zink in motion. Instead, they give it to Cassette up the middle. He does not get too far, though. Deacons able to wrap him up. 9:30 and counting on the clock here in the 3rd quarter.
Kindred really building their momentum early in this second half.
And, you know, Shanley had really shut down that run game for a good part of the first half. Right there, though, they're fooled with the misdirection. Lingen in shotgun, man in motion is Zink. Rolls out, looking, pressure coming, steps up, still has time, fires, he's got a man! Benson on the reception! And what I say, they're going to try to get Benson involved in this passing game, and that's why. Not only does he have the speed, but he's got the hands. Kelsch tripped there on the coverage, Benson cutting across the field, and it's Bird who makes the tackle.
Great blocking there by the O-line. Lingen at all day to throw.
Couple of times it looked like the Deacons were going to get to him, but they were able to recover really nicely. All right, first down now for Kindred, deep in the red zone. Lingen rolling now. He's going to step up, and he's wrapped up by Jake Cava and brought down. Cava sniffs out the play.
Good job by Cava, not falling for the fake. Able to get penetration and bring Lingen down.
And you know, Wyatt, that's the benefit of running this 4-4 defense, because DeKaiser goes one way following the fake. Cava, though, because you've got that extra linebacker, is able to go in there and pick up the guy who does have the ball. Second down now, Lingen in shotgun, man in motion. It's a fake to Hauska, a pitch out to Cassette. DeKaiser trying to catch him, he can't. Kelsch wraps him up. A great tackle there by Kelsch. It was a good gain for Kindred, but Caden Kelsch saves a touchdown there.
Kelsch has really good closing speed. See here, fake.
And Cassette just able to get out there. DeKaiser cannot quite get to him. And it's Kelsch who makes the play, as we said. So now it's third down. They're about 3 yards away from the end zone. A touchdown here would put them up by 2 scores. Shanley going to do anything possible to prevent that. Benson alone on the right side. Erie in man coverage on him. It's a handoff up the middle. Men at the line. He doesn't get there. The running back wrapped up immediately as he hits the line of scrimmage. Let's see if we can get a number. And that was Hauska.
Looks like DeKaiser and Cava in again on the stop.
Justin DeKaiser, the big man at 6'3", 235, brings him right to the ground. And now we got a timeout here with 7:01 on the clock in the third quarter. Timeout called there by Kindred. And in an update, Valley City leads Stanley Powers Lake 20-14. Another update there from AA Action. We'll try to keep those scores coming at you. It's a big night around the state for high school football. So as Kindred looks to get the right play call on offense, Shanley's going to try to get their defense set. And Wyatt, do you think we see another QB run with Lingen? It worked once.
I think we do. I think we see the fake toss, quarterback up the middle, and it's worked down on the other end of the field in the first half, so let's see if it works again.
Fourth, and again, maybe 2 yards away from the end zone. It's close. Vikings huddle up. They come out now. Deacons, if they can get the stop, it will be huge. If Kindred can score, it's really going to scare Shanley. It would put him up 2 scores. Man in motion at Zink. Lingen with the ball. Pitches out to Zink. He's got space powering forward. I don't think he got there. Oh my goodness, what a stop by the Deacons. Let's get a look at this replay. Zink in motion, and it's the speed option. It looked like he was going to get there. It was good blocking, but then he's wrapped up by Kelsch and forced to the ground by the linebacker. I think that was DeKaiser in there. I couldn't quite tell. There were a lot of bodies at the line, but all that matters is Shanley kept him out by a couple of inches.
Shanley is buried inside of their 1 yard line, so they really need some breathing room here.
Have to try to get it away from the end zone. Bird hands it off to Erie, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. That good for a gain of about a half yard, maybe 1. Kelsch checks out of the game, and in his place comes Matthew Machenbacher, the freshman, getting some look here on varsity. Machenbacher, not the biggest guy on the team, but a lot of strength. 2nd and 9, Bird under center, full house formation. Misdirection, it's a pass. Bird looking downfield, he's got Cava! Jake Cava still on his feet at the 30, still going and out at the 35. What a play there. Cava able to get back to the ball, and talk about breathing room.
Let's see on this replay. Double fake. Cava slips out behind the defense. Bird able to hit him. Cava puts the stiff arm. And able to get a big gain for the Deacons.
Cava, it looked like he kind of had to come back to that ball, but it was placed really well by Bird because it was just out of reach of that defender. So now at the 35, Shanley with all the momentum in their favor. Bird rolling out, got to find a man. He hits his tight end, it's Austin Yagi, and the Bird-Yagi connection has been strong tonight.
Yaggy's showing some toughness here. Also, Bird. Bird takes a big shot. Right here, gets rid of it, takes a big shot. Yaggy able to slip a defender and get a good gain for the Deacons.
And that's the risk there because Yaggy just chips that D end and then runs free. Bird gets hit in the lower body. Keep in mind he has dealt with an ankle injury this year. It is looking good though for him. He's played well, and so they're hoping to keep him healthy because he's just such a big player for Shanley. Tom Erie on the carry, wrapped up. He looked like he might break free, but instead he's caught by his shoes and loses his helmet too on the play. So they're going to have to bring Erie out. It'll be Andy Clark to come in.
Clark, the sophomore.
It was a nice tackle there. The Vikings have tackled really well. I don't know if we've seen one miss yet. It's been really impressive.
Great pursuit by the defense.
5:27 left in this third quarter. Game going by fast. Both teams like to run, and so that runs a lot of clock. I formation for the Deacons. Clark out wide. Hand off to Buckles. Bounces out to his right, and he can't get too far. They are really going for the legs right now. It's textbook tackling too, Wyatt. You want to tackle low, don't go high, and Kindred just sticking to their fundamentals. It's paying off.
Tackle low and gang tackle. That's all you got to do.
So 2nd and 9 now for Shanley. I formation, Buckles split out on the near side. Bird takes the snap. He hands it off to Erie. Tom Erie bounces out to his left with space. Erie moving forward. First down, Deacons. Tom Erie a little slow to get up there. It was a great run, though. Erie comes up slow, like we said. Really hope he's okay. And
flag on the play.
And you're right, Wyatt. There is a flag down right at the 50, and I think they're backing Shanley up.
It was an illegal chop block on the Deacons.
Wow, a huge penalty there for Shanley because that's going to back him up quite a bit. Erie had the first down on that run.
That is a momentum killer for the Deacons.
Let's see if we can see it on the replay here. I'm not sure where it was
Number 78, Justin DeKaiser.
I think you're right, Wyatt. You could see on the back end of that play, good eye. That was a hard one to see, but it looked like the right call there. So a tough break for Shanley. Trips right flanker left now, trying to recoup that loss of yards. It's a pitch. With the ball now is Colby Johnson. How about the fullback throwing the shoulder? And Nicky Zink learns firsthand that you're not going to bring Colby Johnson down with one man. This guy is just a mountain of muscle, and he's got some speed too. Look at him get the corner and then throw the shoulder at the end of the play. He's a captain and a big leader. He leads by example, obviously, for the Deacons. 4:18 left in the third quarter. Trips right, flanker left. Bird in shotgun. Takes the snap, back to pass, pressure coming. Looking for a man, he had Johnson. It was just a little short. It was a real tough throw there because he had a lot of Vikings in his face. And that brings up 4th and 8 now.
O-line releases
and
ball just a bit short.
They weren't quite able to get the chip there on the D tackle. They let him go pretty much untouched. And that's ultimately what costs them, as Shanley's going to have to punt now. They did a great job getting out of their own territory. They were pinned pretty deep. They actually weren't able to cross the 50 in the end. And so Reinholtz is on the punt. It's a high snap. He takes his time. Sends it downfield now. It's another nice one. Going to try to pin him back. Buckles going to chase it down. Oh, Benson touched it. It's loose. Buckles gets on it. Fumble. The Vikings give it up at the 2-yard line. Are you kidding me?
Take a look at this replay. Reinholtz takes his time. Nice spiral kick. Haley Buckles is down there.
He doesn't even know the ball is there. Benson was going to try to do another scoop and run. It worked so well the first time, but he just can't get it under control. And now Shanley has the ball at the 4-yard line of Kindred.
Terrible mistake there by Benson.
And you just feel so bad for the kid because, as we saw, a great returner, great hands receiving. That time it doesn't work out, and they're in for the touchdown. The Deacons take the lead, and how about that?
What a turn of events.
Bird up the middle, right behind the center. Cava dives in for the touchdown. So 9-7 now. Reinholz is going to try to put the extra point through and make this a 3-point game. There's just not much you can say about that. Shanley really fortunate to have that one. Kindred just got to be really frustrated right there. A tough mistake deep in your own territory. Reinholz puts that one up, and it splits the uprights. So the Deacons take a 10-7 lead. 4 minutes to go in this third quarter, and Wyatt, after what looked like a great stop, Kindred gives the ball up. Shanley punches it in. If you're the Vikings, how do you respond from, well, really just such a fluky play? It really kind of takes it out of you, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, keep your heads up. You've been leading this whole game. Just one costly turnover. That's all it took. And the Deacons got the lead, but O-line has been good all night. Just keep pounding the ball and try and get another score.
Well said, Wyatt. That's got to be what Coach Crane is saying. When you play so well all night, you just can't let one mistake get in your head. Football is as much mental as it is physical, and the Vikings are going to have that mental game down tonight. Obviously, they've got the physical down. Zink and Hauska back to return. Again, there's 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Reinholz will kick this one away.
That gave some life to the Deacon sideline there.
Gave a lot of life to the crowd, too. This place is fired up. Worth noting, Kindred has brought quite the crowd, too. Really traveling well. It's a packed house here in Cichy Stadium. Reinholz back to kick. The Deacons looking fired up as Reinholz sends this one away. High one that's going to drop at about the 1 yard line. Zink is going to take it upfield. Zink cuts back up the middle of the field, still on his feet, brought down at about the 22. And so that is where Kindred will start off. Offense comes out now, and they have had some success in this second half. Looking to recapture some of that magic they had in the first, though. Vikings come out now. Looks like doubles formation, or scratch that, the tight end moves in. So they've got 2 men out to the left, 1 out to the right. Man in motion, it's Zink. Lingen gonna give it instead to Hauska. Hauska trying to beat Buckles, he will. Buckles did get the hand in and tripped him up, but not before Hauska got a gain of about 9 or 10 there.
Looks like he even lost the ball at the end of that. That could have been another costly turnover for the Vikings.
Got to hang on to that ball. And you'll see there was even a bit of a fumble with the exchange, so perhaps some jitters. And, you know, obviously it gets to you psychologically if you're down-headed into halftime, but it can also weigh on you if you've got the lead. And, you know, as we said, it's just a big mental game. Lingen in shotgun. 1 man out to the left, he takes the snap, it's a play-action pass. With time, throws downfield, it's an errant throw! Oh, but the catch! Are you kidding me, Brock Benson? It looked like a sure pick, and now Tom Erie is down, and he's holding his right leg. And Erie does not look good down there, and that is not what you want to see if you're Shanley. Wow. Man, and you really hope Erie's okay. A great football player and just a great kid. He had an ankle problem after the Maple Valley Enderlin game. He had seemed to be healed up from that. We don't know what this is. Looks like a lower body injury, but we don't want to speculate. Right now, everybody here is just hoping that Tom Erie's okay. There's 3:20 left in this third quarter. Place is dead silent here. There's not much you can say here right now as the Deacon teammates huddle around on their knees and Tom Erie gets up. He's helped off the field by his teammates there, Justin DeKaiser and Haley Buckles.
Never a good sight to see.
So Tom Erie is going to come out of this game. And so, as bad as this is, fact is we got a football game left to play, and now Shanley has got to look and see who they've got to come in relief of their all-state corner. Haley Buckles, the corner opposite Erie most of the time. Andy Clark is that other D-back who will rotate in. So Shanley comes out now on defense without one of their best defensive players. That sideline, though, determined to get back in this one. They are not deterred. Shanley going to try to rally around their teammate here. Kindred comes out. Offense looking strong after a fantastic catch, and now movement on the line. And the Vikings think the Deacons jumped, and that is what it's going to be. So Shanley aggressive after that series of events. Erie is out, as is Josh Johnson. These are two of the best cover men for the Deacons. First and 5 for Kindred. Trips left flanker right. Lingen in shotgun. Cassette to his left. Takes the snap. Looks downfield with time. Fires on his right side. He's got Benson. Oh, almost a great one-hander. But Haley Buckles not letting it happen.
Great play by Haley Buckles there.
Buckles, a great player for the Deacons. He's just got that great build for a corner. He stands at 6 foot at about 155, 160, real fast, and he uses that frame and that speed to make plays like that.
Good pass to Brock Benson, broken up by number 2, Haley Buckles.
2:46 to go in the third quarter. Game has slowed down a lot since the first half. Doubles formation, Zink in motion. The snap, it's a fake handoff up the middle. Rolling out is Ling, and he's still got the ball. I don't know if anybody knew he had it. Lingen, with a huge gain, gets down at about the 15-yard line. And half the team was focused on that run up the middle. There's just so much going on here that Shanley is thrown off because you've got Zink, you've got Cassette, you've got Lingen, obviously, who brings it up the left side. Vikings offense looking real strong right now. Lingen in shotgun, he's been running well. It's a handoff to Hauska, who's wrapped up in the backfield by Jake Cava. Jake Cava fired up after that play, and why wouldn't he be? Great penetration.
Call his name once again. Cava all over the field, able to get penetration, able to get the tackle for loss. That is a big tackle for the Deacons.
Giving him a little bit more confidence on D, because Kindred had been rolling. Vikings come to the line. Keep in mind they do trail by 3. Trips right, flanker left. Lingen takes the snap. He's got time, looking, pump fake. He's wrapped up and brought down for the sack. The Deacons get there. Kostecki, Cava, and Yagi, all 3 of them barreling towards him. A great play. 2 in a row here for Shanley on defense.
Take a look here at the replay. Joe Cava just pushes his man back, able to get to Lingen.
And that was Cava there who got the first touch. You're right. That brute force.
They're down at 15 for the Vikings.
Long third down. They've got 2 men split out right, 1 out left. Zink is in motion. Lingen rolls out. Looks like the speed option. No, he's going to throw. Kelsch in coverage. He was right on that receiver. And they want a flag, but they're not going to get it. It was Cassette out there. But the coverage was too good from Caden Kelsch. Does a good job picking him up in the flat and then following him all the way down.
Kelsch gets his head around at the last minute. Deacons are lucky there. That could have gone either way.
So the Vikings come out now, 4th and 15. They will go for it. They're Maybe just a little too far for the field goal. Obviously don't want to punt this close, so a big 4th down now. Doubles formation. Lingen drops back to pass. Pressure coming. Got to do something. Wrapped up, and he's brought down for the sack. Yagi starts it. Johnson finishes it. This crowd is really into it right now, and look at Austin Yagi. He beats that left tackle like it's nobody's business. He can't get the sack himself, but don't worry, Colby Johnson's got that covered.
Great job by the Deacons there, picking up their teammate Tom Erie and getting to stop.
And that's the contrast there between Yagi and Johnson. Yagi is going to get off that ball like that, and he's just going to power past that tackle. Johnson is going to use his strength to drive him back. Kuhneman in at quarterback right now. He fires downfield on the play-action pass, but it's picked! Nicky Zink on the interception! The momentum going back and forth right now. Caden Kuhneman in at quarterback, and I think that's the trick play we saw against St. Mary's on the first game of the year. It went for a touchdown, but this time Kuhneman underthrows his receiver just a little too much. And now it's a pick, a turnover, and Kindred comes out now with the ball back. After such a great defensive stand, Shanley is going to have to come out and try to do it again. Lingen in shotgun. He takes the snap. It's a play-action pass. Pressure coming. He evades it. Now stepping up. Pump fake. Going to run with it himself. Cava gets him at the shoelaces, but he dives forward for the 1st down. 18 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. They get the 1st down. And so the clock stops as the ball gets set, and it looks like the Vikings are just going to let this one run out. And that appears to be the case as the clock does get set now and winds down. So we head to the 4th quarter. Shanley up 10-7, but Kindred now with the ball back and all the momentum. And Wyatt, after such a crazy 3rd quarter, if you're Shanley, what do you have to do to try to settle this one down and get the momentum back in your favor?
Defense has to step it up right here, right now. They got to get a stop, get the ball back to the offense, and hopefully get another score on the board. You know, Caden Kuhneman, he's only a sophomore. He needs to pick his head up. Forget about that one. Turn the page.
Well said, Wyatt. Just got to have a short-term memory. That's exactly how this game works. Again, we would like to remind you that Shanley TV is made possible in part by the Shanley Athletic Club and their generous members. Check out their website today at shanleyathletic.com to learn how your membership contributes to Shanley TV, the Deacon Den, and many other student-athlete needs. While you're there, be sure to renew your annual membership by clicking the Join Now button or become a member if you're not one already. It's easy to become a member and anyone can join, so sign up today. The Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon athletics to a higher level. Shanley in trouble right now. They do hold the lead. The defense looked really strong on that last possession, but now all the momentum in favor of Kindred. They don't have Josh Johnson. They don't have Tom Erie, but what they do have is a lot of heart, and that's been on display. Kindred, you can't knock them at all. They have been fantastic. They've been tough physically and mentally. Hauska in motion. Lingen drops back to pass. Got to fire it off quick. He's got Cassette. Hansen can't make the tackle. Cassette cuts back, trying to get past Kelsch. Buckles and Kelsch combine on the tackle. A huge gain for Kindred down at the 21-yard line.
Kindred, really good play calling right now. Got the defense to bite on the flat. Throw it up for the screen, and big gain.
Simple as that. Shanley's depth being tested right now. They're having to cycle in a lot of linebackers and D-backs trying to see what works. It's a gain of 22 for Kindred. Lingen in shotgun. Hauska in motion. It's a bit of a fumbled exchange, and it won't go too far. Again, folks, we'd like to apologize for some technical difficulties this evening. We are doing our best to sort those out. So our apologies if you're having trouble with the stream tonight. So gain of 1 there for Kindred. It's 2nd and 9. Two men out to the left, one out to the right. Lingen in shotgun, joined by Cassette in the backfield. Man in motion, it's Zink. Lingen moves out. He's going to give it to Hauska. Hauska not going anywhere, though. Colby Johnson grabs him in the backfield. And the Vikings didn't appear to get that play off as fast as they would like to.
Take a look at this replay. Colby Johnson staying home on the backside DN, doing his job and able to get the tackle for loss. Brings up a 3rd down and long for the Vikings.
Kindred just a little slow to get to that ball. The exchange takes a little longer than they want, and I think that's part of why that play got blown up in the backfield. 3rd and 13, doubles formation. Hauska in motion. Lingen back to pass with time. Wrapped up and brought down. Colby Johnson, have yourself a game.
Great job by that secondary, causing the sack. Colby Johnson able to get a good pass rush, able to bring down Lingen.
Austin Yagi and Colby Johnson, lightning and thunder. Yagi just so fast, and Colby Johnson, how about that power? Just driving the big tackle back. Vikings gonna go for it on 4th and 15. This will be huge. Doubles formation. Lingen in shotgun, drops back to pass. Pressure coming, fires across the middle of the field. It's caught! Zink with the ball down at the 5-yard line. What a bullet over the center of the field. Lingen had pressure from the sides, but there was no one right in front of him. And he's able to find Zink through a maze of defenders. It was a beautiful ball and a great catch.
Into triple coverage, just squeezes that one right in there.
If there's Shanley, there's not much more you can do to cover him. At that point, you just have to kind of look and say, well, they got the better of us that play. Sometimes the throw is just too good. Two men out to the left, one out to the right. It won't stay that way, though. Zink in motion. Fumbled exchange, and the Deacons meet him at the line.
No gain on the play.
Second and goal now for Kindred. A little over 9 minutes left in the game. Shanley trying to hold on to a 3-point lead right now. Lingen in shotgun. Two out to the right, one out to the left. Cassette is right next to him. Takes the snap, fires to Cassette. He was able to bring it in with one hand, barreling forward. I think he was just short there at the 1 or the 2. We've seen Shanley make a goal line stand tonight. It's going to take a lot, though. Kindred has it at the 2-yard line, and it's 3rd down. Look at that grab there from Cassette. Able to bring it in with one hand.
Good tackle there by Matt Bird.
8:15 to go in the game. Lingen in shotgun, but we've got a timeout. And the Deacons are going to take a timeout here to try to get their defense just right. This is going to be huge. You can't stress the importance. If Kindred scores, not only do they have the lead, but they've got all the momentum, because right now they've already got it. Deacons, as we said, depleted on defense, but you know, they've got some great guys in the 2 deep who can really step up and do some things for them. Trying to get their confidence up here. They have looked good right now on the goal line, and as we said, they did have the one stop earlier in the game. Timeout winds down, and the Deacons come out of their huddle. It's 3rd and goal for Kindred. Got to watch out for a Lingen run here. They've got a lot of options. Pistol formation for Kindred. Lingen in shotgun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls out, pressure coming, evades the tackler, but not for long. The Deacons take him down at the 5-yard line, and now it is 4th and goal. They fake the handoff to Hauska, and then Lingen able to get past Colby Johnson, but then he catches up, wraps him up, and then Matt Bird meets him there.
Loss of 2 on the play.
And so now they're going to try for the field goal. They're pretty far to the right hash. Benson will kick. He's been very solid for them so far.
From the 10-yard line.
To tie it up. Benson's kick is up. And it's no good! Benson pushed it left. The Deacons protect their lead. And with 7:30 left, they're going to come out now and try to get downfield and ensure this lead.
Once again, the Deacons showing the heart that they have, making a goal line stop. Able to get the ball back for their offense and hopefully put some more points up on the board.
And I tell you what, that kick was close. So now, with 7:30 on the clock, Shanley will get an opportunity, and this ball's coming out now.
To the 20-yard line.
And we are not sure why.
High school rules, maybe?
I could try to tell you, but I really don't know, folks. It's good for Shanley, though. They've got this ball at the 20 with a lot more breathing room. Kuhneman in at QB. It's a handoff up the middle. Spinning forward.
Bird in at running back now.
And Shanley is depleted at running back with Tom Erie and Josh Johnson. They're two of their top choices. And Matt Bird is a pretty good option at running back, being the all-state selection last year, almost 2,000 yards rushing. Deacons are in good hands there. All right, Deacons come out now. One man out to the left, one out to the right. Kuhneman under center, I formation. Takes the snap. It's a handoff to Bird. Matt Bird up the middle. He was tripped up and didn't get too far. Third down now.
3rd and 4 for 26.
.645 and ticking down on the clock. 2nd and 6. Or 3rd and 6, rather.
Big third down here for the Deacons.
Again, one out to the left, one out to the right, I formation. Colby Johnson in at fullback, Matt Bird at running back. It's a handoff to Bird, trying to power forward. Did he get there?
Looks like they're going to give him the spot.
Matt Bird able to churn forward and push that pile to the marker. A big first down now as the clock reads 6:16. This Kindred team has held up really strong. We've seen the Deacons wear down some opponents this season. It's kind of been really what they've done all year, but right now Kindred is looking just as strong as they did in the first half. I formation, handoff Bird, and I think you're going to be seeing a lot of that. This time it's only good for about 2 or 3, but Matt Bird, he's a running back who you can give that ball to 20, 30 times a game, and he's not going to flinch.
He will not give up.
Just such a tough runner. He's 5'10", 200 pounds, so he's a lot like Zach Cassette in the sense that he's really a bowling ball moving down that field. 5:25 on the clock, 2nd and 8. Same formation for the Deacons. Kuhneman takes the snap, hands off to Bird, gets around some men in the backfield and is then wrapped up for a gain of 3. That's going to make it 3rd and 5.
After the 38. 5.
And so now Kuhneman subs out, and that would lead us to believe Matt Bird will be playing QB now on 3rd and 4, so an interesting play call. Hoffer also checks out, as it looks like they're going to come out with a heavier package here. Bird in shotgun, and now we've got a whistle and a timeout.
I think they only had 10 players on the field.
There seemed to be some confusion with the formation. And so Shanley takes a timeout here with 4:37 left in the game. If they can get this 3rd down, it's going to make it a lot harder for Kindred to get the ball back. Not impossible by any means, but it'll be, well, good for the Deacons. If Kindred can make the stop, you've got 4:30 to work with and an offense that has looked really strong aside from a stop there at the goal line. And how about that Shanley defense at the goal line? Benson just pushed that kick or else we'd be tied. And, you know, this has just been such a game of what-ifs. And if this had happened, if that ball had gone just a little further, it's just been so close.
Real even match game here today. Two high-powered offenses really faced up against two really solid defenses, and they've stalled pretty much for the whole game, and Shanley's on top right now.
And it's been a really good game, a well-played one. Often in these low scores, you'll see a lot of penalties, but not tonight. It's
We've
been
only
pretty
had
clean.
3, I think.
One man left, one man right. Bird is going to run with it himself. Johnson, the lead blocker. Bird powering forward. He's got the first and more. Matt Bird out to the 43-yard line, and the Deacons get a fresh set of downs.
See here on the replay, Colby Johnson, lead block, gets a block that springs Bird, able to cut up the field for the first down.
DeKaiser also with the nice block there, and they opened a good hole for Bird. Kindred is left with one timeout right now, and so they're going to be saving that until the last possible second. I formation for the Deacons. Buckles split out on the near side. Kuhneman hands off to Bird. The Vikings can't get him, and here goes Bird trying to get past Zink. He's still on his feet. Zink tries to trip him up, and Matt Bird is down at the 17-yard line. Kindred cannot give up a touchdown to Shanley with just 3:55 on the clock. They have got to make a stop here. The defense looks a little gassed out there. They've got to try to rally, though.
Offensive line on that play did a really good job, able to spring Bird for a big gain.
There's a lot more than just one game on the line. It's seeding for the playoffs. It's an indicator as to who's got the momentum headed in to the postseason. So Kindred got to try to hang on and make that statement. I formation for the Deacons, handoff to Bird, and that's a good start as they wrap him up at the line of scrimmage.
Clock running, down to 3:20 left in this fourth quarter. If Kindred can hold Shanley to a field goal here, that would be huge. That would still, if they get a touchdown, they could go in the lead.
Second and 10.
So the Deacons come out, 2nd and 10, taking all the time they please. It's what you got to do. Buckles split out to the right. I formation again for the Deacons. Got to watch out for a play-action pass here. And it's going to be a QB run for Kuhneman, who's met by the linebacker and brought down. It's actually the D lineman, Jared Pollock, who was able to get there.
Number 3, 2nd and 7. Number 59, Jared Pollock.
And so now we've got 3rd down and about 7 yards. It'll be interesting to see what Shanley does here as Kuhneman checks out. Got to watch out for a Bird run.
Play action fake might be in the mix here too.
The personnel out there gives the Deacons a lot of options with 2:20 left on the clock and counting. Kindred has to make the stop here. Man in motion, it's Buckles. They fake the handoff. Bird gonna run it. He's gonna get the first down and more. Out to the 2-yard line. The Vikings can't make the stop. And now the Deacons are 2 yards away from going up 2 scores.
Great job by the offensive line there. Brady Quart pulling, able to spring Bird to get the first down to the 4-yard line.
Butcher saves the touchdown there. And now the Vikings have got to keep them out of the end zone. It's plain and simple. Bird in at QB once again. Buckles in motion. And Buckles has the ball up the far side. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Deacons!
It looked like the snap went straight to Buckholz.
I think you're right, Wyatt. He comes cutting across. And oh my gosh, Haley Buckles grabs the snap and runs it in.
I don't know if that was supposed to happen, but
I really couldn't tell you. That was...
Anything works.
Hey, if you get in the end zone, that's all that matters, yeah. So this is a 2-score game now. Kindred in a very tough position with just 1:41 on the clock. Reinholz puts it up, And it's no good. They're still up by 9 right now, though, so Kindred would have to get the ball back, and they've got to score in the first place.
1:41 left on the clock here.
No good.
Great drive by the Deacons, able to make a goal line stop all the way down and score.
Kindred really got to be thinking about what it could be if they had made that field goal. Can't think about that right now, though. With just 1:40 left, you are in a really tough situation. You've got to get downfield as fast as possible, put it in, and get an onside and get the ball back. It's a tall order, but Kindred is up to the task. Zink and Hauska back to return.
Looks like the Deacons got the knockout kickoff team out there. All the big guns out there, all the big hitters looking to get down there, prevent a big return for the Vikings.
Two very capable returners, real speedsters for Kindred. Jake Reinholtz sets this ball up. Deacons stay all bunched. And here they go. We'll see what they try. They could do a squib. They might just try to push it out the back of the end zone. We know Reinholtz has the leg. Approaching the ball, and Reinholtz is going to send it downfield. Hauska's there, and he's going to return it. Not a lot of space to work with, and Cava wraps him up, and is the ball on the ground?
Loose.
Ball's loose. Vikings think they have it, and they do. That could have been the ball game right there, folks.
Cava gets down there, eludes all the blockers, able to make the stick on cassette and pop the ball loose. Just stood him up,
and the
ball is out.
The Viking blocking really struggled there. There was nobody in front of Hauska. He did not have much room to work with.
Ball out to the 21-yard line for the Vikings.
Some confusion here for personnel for Shanley, and they're forced to take a timeout. Matthias ran onto the field late. And so Shanley's going to have to get their defense set now. Kindred trails by 2 scores with 1:30 to work with. Perhaps a couple of passes out near the sideline, try to get out of bounds, and then start taking your shots downfield. Passing game has looked pretty strong, especially in the second half.
Lincoln's definitely got the arm, and they definitely got the weapons with Benson and Zink. So let's see what they do.
And you can't mention enough that Shanley defensive backfield is very depleted right now, so they're going to have the opportunity to attack that. Minute 27 on the clock. Trips left flank or right.
Deacons looking like they're playing a Tampa 2 defense, 2 high safeties.
Lingen drops back, fires a high ball to Hauska, who drops it. And that might have been better for them as that stops the clock. He would have been blown up if he had hung on to that one. And you're right, Wyatt. The Deacons appear to be playing now with 2 deep, probably as a preventative measure. Yep. Usually in that cover 3, you're vulnerable to those deep balls. So they're going to have Matthias and Bird back there at the safeties. Lingen drops back. He's got pressure coming, and he's brought down for the sack. The Deacons not making it any easier on the Vikings right now. They're going to have to...
Johnson.
How about this second half? I mean, a great night for Colby, but a fantastic second half. But now they got to get set. They got caught celebrating. Lingen back to pass, fires a quick one to Benson, who's just going to get out of bounds. Deacons playing a bit of a prevent there as Buckles lets him run.
Deacons got caught celebrating there.
Exactly, and boy, that's not what you want to do here. You got to stay disciplined. You know, it's a good situation. There's only 52 seconds left, but it's still anyone's game. Anything could happen.
One play changes it all.
"52 seconds left. Two men out to the left, one out to the right. Zink in motion. Lingen pitches it out to Zink. They throw it back to Benson. Benson running with it now. Still on his feet. Not sure what he's going to try to do. He slipped up, still going. Maybe going to try to get out of bounds, and he will. So an interesting play there. And, you know, if Zink hadn't pitched that one, I thought he might add some space. Obviously, I think that was drawn up.
Yep.
But
that took a lot of time off the clock there.
for not a lot of yards, not as many as you'd like.
Looks like he wanted to throw.
And that's what it looked like. And, you know, yeah, if Zink had hung on to that one, he had some field to work with there on the near side.
Number 81, Greg Kramer, he was open downfield, but Benson not able to get the ball to him.
Pressure was in his face. And so now trips left, flanker right for the Vikings. Pressure again coming. Lingen trying to step up. He's wrapped up and brought down. Vikings have one timeout, and this might be when they use it.
Colby Johnson, once again, tremendous second half for the Deacons.
And I think maybe the most stunning part is Colby Johnson has played his entire career as a linebacker and started this year off as a linebacker. Now they move him to DN for the last 3 or so games, and I'd say it's been a pretty good move.
Colby really productive tonight here in the second half. What has he got, 3-4 sacks?
At least, and I mean...
Maybe even in this quarter.
It may very well be Wyatt. And, you know, we haven't even counted all the hurries, the quarterback hits, the pressure he's put on Lingen has been fantastic. Now waiting to get the game clock set. There's some confusion. And the final score in St. Mary's Watford City, the Saints take it 42-0 in a commanding performance there. St. Mary's looking extremely strong this year. 28 seconds left in the game. Trips left, flanker right, Lingen in shotgun. He drops back to pass. The pressure is coming once again. Rolls out, fires a low one, incomplete.
Fourth down for the Vikings. This is it.
Fourth down, 23 seconds left. Might try to get the first down, might just try to Hail Mary this one.
Deacons have playing with 3 safeties now. Caden Kellish also back there, along with Bird and Matthias.
Lingen back to pass, steps up, looking, pressure coming, doing anything, and he is brought down by Austin Yagi. There's the ball game, folks. Yagi able to get to him. He rolled out and was trying to get away from pressure, and he's fired up after that play. And, you know, hard to blame him. These Vikings absolutely gave it everything they got and then some.
Looks like there was a little chatter there between Lingen and Yagi. Lingen obviously upset. Gave it everything he got, but just not enough tonight.
End of the day, the Deacons were able to outlast Kindred. And folks, I don't know if this will be the last time we see these two teams play. Very strong chance they could hit in the postseason. That'd be quite the matchup. Shanley, though, gonna take the kneel here in victory formation. And they kneel it down and run out the clock. The Deacons able to outlast Kindred in a real battle. Shanley gets the win. It did not come without a cost, though. Josh Johnson and Tom Erie, of course, were shaken up. These guys really gave it everything they had. Both sides, a tremendous performance. What a game, Wyatt.
You know, you can't ask for anything else. Two teams giving it their all. Unfortunately, one team comes out on top, one team comes out on bottom, and Shanley just did a little more tonight.
And so Kindred gets their first loss of the season. They're 5-1 now, and Shanley with this win equals that at 5-1. So going forward, not a lot of games left in the season. What do you expect from these two teams?
You know, Kindred, they played really well tonight. The line dominated until this fourth quarter, then Shanley kind of took over. But Kindred, hopefully they can bounce back from this one and keep on winning throughout the season. And for the Deacons, you know, they played really well. Fourth quarter, they showed their dominance, and they were able to finish it out strong.
Well said, Wyatt. End of the day, the Deacons come away with the victory, though. Real quick before we go, don't forget next Thursday the 4th, be sure to join us at 7 for girls varsity volleyball versus Grand Forks Central. Then on Thursday the 13th, varsity volleyball again, this time versus West Fargo at 7. As for tonight, for Wyatt Lyer and our entire crew, I'm Jed Thomas. Your final score from Fargo, Shanley Deacons 16, Kindred Vikings 7. To watch the archive version of this entire game and our other broadcasts, go to ShanleyTV.com. The proceeding has been a presentation of Shanley TV.